Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about a bit of controversy that's been going on the timeline, on YouTube, basically any social media. I feel like I cannot escape this. So now I'm bringing it to you here. How fun. So we're going to be talking about H3 versus Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan, I suppose. There's been a lot going on, so I kind of just want to summarize what's been going on because I feel like it went from 0 to 100 real quick. Anyway, before we get into that, I did want to thank today's sponsor, which is Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is a New York-based jewelry brand that makes sustainable jewelry in clean, low-impact recycled materials. They use recycled gold from previously owned jewelry, industrial metals, and electronics components. They're so devoted to being environmentally friendly that they've become carbon neutral, meaning they've been offsetting their carbon emissions. Ana Luisa creates beautiful pieces such as the earrings I've shown you. They're durable and classic. You can wear them with everything. I particularly like the minimalism. The pieces are so pretty and are very versatile, which makes them easy staples for your everyday wear. That's something that's really important to me. Ana Luisa is a great option for Valentine's Day. Their jewelry makes a really awesome and environmentally aware gift. Plus, they have so many designs that accommodate different styles. You're sure to find something that suits you or your Valentine. Click the link in my description to check out Ana Luisa. Get yourself and your loved ones the perfect gift with up to 40% off. Thank you, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring this video. So there was a significant back and forth between Ethan Klein from H3H3 and Jordan Peterson. This all basically began when Ethan Klein decided to take down an interview he did with Jordan Peterson years ago. Now, it seemed to a lot of people that this came out of the blue. However, if you look at it, I think the way it makes sense is that Jordan Peterson has been tweeting a lot, and a lot of what he tweets could be considered quite controversial, especially in light of the panorama and boosters, vaccines, a lot of stuff related to that, which I think is almost inherently controversial at this point because it's been politicized. So in case you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, a little summary is he's a Canadian clinical psychologist. He's also on YouTube. He's an author and professor emeritus of psychology, and he began to receive widespread attention in the late 2010s for his views on cultural and political issues, often described as conservative. Ethan Klein decided to take down his interview, and he tweeted about it, which I think is really where the ball got rolling, and not necessarily in a good way. I think it's been a shit show ever since, mainly because there's been, like I said, this back and forth between himself and Jordan Peterson. Now, in terms of H3 fans or H3 viewers, let's say, the reaction is quite polarized to this taking down of the interview, which seems like it would be kind of a non-issue because it's just taking down a video at the end of the day. But the reality is there are some implications that come with that. And some people viewed it as, great as a way to show that Ethan has grown, that he's changed, that he's evolved, progressed, whatever you want to call it, in a positive manner. The other side is the entire opposite. They do not support this decision. They think that Ethan is creating an echo chamber for himself, and they think that Ethan is pandering to satisfy a certain crowd. It's interesting because I asked you guys on Twitter if you thought Ethan had progressed in a positive manner or a negative manner. Again, it was extremely polarized in the same way that his comments under his own tweet were, in the sense of there were some people that were super offended by his old content, but now think that he's become a better person and has learned, versus some people liked his older content and now think that he is pandering or doing things just to satisfy the audience as opposed to actually believing them. I'm not going to go through every single thing that was said because, like I said, there was a lot of back and forth. Once Ethan decided to take down his video with Jordan Peterson actually responded being like, "What happened? I thought we were cool," basically. And Ethan from there decided to list off things that were unacceptable to him. And so one of the things was that Jordan Peterson called Canada's ban on conversion therapy, quote unquote, moral grandstanding. I don't think I need to comment on that for you to know where I stand on that one because yikes. Aside from that, there was a New York Times interview where Jordan Peterson basically said that he believed in, quote unquote, enforced monogamy. And that interview is worth reading because it's a concept I hadn't ever heard of, enforced monogamy, or at least not that in those terms. Aside from this, there was an issue of transphobia. I'm going to read off the exact tweet. Your mischaracterization of Bill C-16 resulted in a surge of transphobia. The bill was created to add trans people as a protected group against hate crimes. Using the wrong pronoun would not result in anyone going to jail. In fact, to this date, 0 people have gone to jail. Using the wrong pronouns would need to be considered in totality with other actions for it to constitute a hate crime, basically like any other hate crime. And then he finished his tweet in a manner that some people thought was hypocritical, and I'll explain why. As a person, I found you amicable and our conversations very interesting and insightful, but I'm just not comfortable being a part of a pipeline leading to takes like this. And the takes show 2 tweets by Jordan Peterson, one responding to Trudeau saying to get your booster, and he was just like, you'll have to kill me first or something along those lines. And the other one was a CNN interview discussing Joe Rogan, where Peterson quote tweeted the interview and put scientists in quotation marks. Now, this is a common theme with Jordan Peterson's tweets. Like, he calls into question a lot of scientists and puts scientists in quotation marks. So you can imagine that gets a very big reaction out of a lot of people. He's been tweeting a lot about COVID. So that in and of itself is inherently controversial because it's been politicized, like I said. The reason some people saw these tweets, especially the end, as hypocritical from Ethan Klein is because people saw it as you're just removing your video with someone because you don't agree with their takes, and so they think he's creating an echo chamber. But he also tweeted to Jordan Peterson saying, "This is my problem, Jordan. You asked for specific reasons, I provided them. Instead of acknowledging my response, you retract further into your bubble of flatterers and devotees, talking about how you schooled me on cancel culture. You didn't school me, Jordan. Your room is as messy as your mind." Basically, he is telling Jordan Peterson that he's only surrounding himself with people who agree with him. And some people said, well, that's hypocritical because you're deleting a video of someone who disagrees with you. Therefore, you're also surrounding yourself with people who agree with you. That was the view of some people. Like I said, very polarized. Some people were extremely happy about it. And some people were also mad because of how Ethan Klein characterized Jordan Peterson, because he called him a pipeline to the alt-right. So a lot of people were saying, he's conservative, he's not alt-right, blah, blah, blah. And some people agreed that he is instead transphobic and that he's dangerous, and therefore removing the video is a good thing. So there seems to be no consensus. If there had to be a consensus, I would guess that it's that people are saying to stop kind of engaging. He also recently went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and Ethan Klein has been tweeting Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has made no response or hasn't even acknowledged any of it whatsoever. I think a lot of people generally want Ethan to stop tweeting these people, especially because it's not really coming to any particular productive end. I mean, Joe Rogan hasn't responded at all. Him and Jordan Peterson just butt heads, and I don't think we'll ever agree on the majority of these issues. So to continue discussing doesn't seem productive, especially since the video has been taken down, and so that's really the end of that. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.